Hi, lovelies. Welcome back to another session of Girl and Mom Talks. I'm Stacy.
And I'm Caroline.
Okay, so we're just doing a continuation of the Day of the African Child. And I'm just getting that the theme was the rights of the African child in the digital environment.
Yes. So today I'm the one who gets to answer
Yeah.
questions. All the time you're the one who asks me questions,
Yeah.
but this time I'm the one asking you questions. So what do you understand by that?
Just how safe African children are, or just children in general are in the digital environment. I'll start by saying like how when you post pictures, and then sometimes I post my stuff, I am targeting some certain type of people, and then you find around like older men asking you, telling you look sexy and stuff. So it's all about how how safe you are and how respected you are on the internet as an African child.
An African child, because it's for an African child. We are not yet there when it comes to digital world.
Yeah,
we are coming, and so to us, it's coming in a very different ways. There are some children children of nowadays. Actually, when they are young, they already know how to operate phones.
Yeah.
But now the problem is when they are operating the phones, what are they operating?
Yeah.
What sites are they getting into? Because I'm imagining my 3 years old child having my phone and opening some sites that are not supposed to be opening. And the first thing that a child comes in contact with when it comes to digital world are things that are not helpful.
I've seen this Mumbi's family on TikTok.
Yeah.
I love the way they teach that other stuff, and then there's like this episode where they give the child the phone and stuff, and then they give the child guidelines. I think mostly parents are, when they give their children attention, like they give the children the gadgets and stuff, they're not introduced into social media as well. So you're not told who to follow, what to do exactly. So you're just left there and you're like, oh,
sort yourself out.
You're dry.
But I've seen a lot of parents also where they want their child to stop bothering them, they'll give them the phone. Yeah. So you watch whatever you want to watch. Go to play games. Even the small kabambe phones. Yeah. The child already knows where they can find. Do you think this is healthy? Is it the environment that we want our children to grow into?
I wouldn't say it's not. Okay, I wouldn't be fast to like bash out like the message and stuff, because introducing your child to gadgets is an important thing, because as now we're getting into the technology where the AIs are coming in.
Yeah.
But now is when you give them the gadget, don't be ignorant. Yeah. It's all about ignorance. Don't be ignorant.
Seriously.
Yeah.
So you think parents are ignorant when they're giving the children the phone? Yeah. They are not given information on how to use this phone. Yeah.
But like you said, they assume that children know where to get the games and where to go. But what if you find a child who's like going on TikTok? What do you expect the child to look at? Yeah. So it's just about it's all about information. Like when you give the child the gadget, like go use the gadget, but give the child information.
Yeah. But it's not guaranteed that even if I give a child, let's say for you, allow me to say that you are a little bit mature when it comes to gadgets. Yeah, but AB is not mature yet. I think for AB's algorithm is still very pure, because all he does is games and programming. Right now he's doing programming, so his algorithm is on programming and games and football.
It is coming up. I think for me, Okay, for me, I just found out how to use the internet. I was also left on drop, so I found it out on my own. But Ibby's coming up, and I'm seeing like what Ibby's doing. Like he's watching. I used to watch Diamond. I used to watch.
Yeah, he's watching Diamond right now. He's so much in the Diamond side.
And like he's watching Diamond, and he's like watching all those people I used to watch when I was like a 9, 10. So he's coming up.
Yeah,
he's coming up.
He's getting maturer.
Yeah,
and you never know where the maturity is going to take him. That is very scary.
Yeah, no, that's scary. He needs lessons.
We need to take him through.
Yeah.
So you use the digital environment, the digital space to study.
Yeah.
How do you regulate yourself? Because you might be studying and something pops. Or does your Kindle pops?
Okay, my Kindle, I put a setting so that it doesn't pop up.
It doesn't pop up. Yeah. So have you ever felt that when you're studying you go to another site and get entertained?
I feel that all the time. But then, again, it's like I usually put myself on deadlines, so I like putting a lot of pressure on myself so that I do work. So what happens in like the gadget, like using my gadgets and stuff, and being homeschooled is so nice, because you remember the first time we were watching like that video on Khan Academy where it said like, you be yourself, be free. If you feel like going on the internet, do that time, regulate yourself. You're doing this for 1 hour.
Yeah.
After that, you get out. So like right now I'm actually happy because TikTok, Instagram, and everything, they have this 1 hour rule that you use exactly at 1 hour. When the hour reaches, you're logged out.
Yeah, the setting. I remember. It's so funny because we were discussing that last week in our office, whereby our director was telling us that there's that app right now that you can put yourself the limit of not using gadget at a certain time, which is very good. Yeah. And then I remember when Abby was doing his presentation about teenagers, and what was the topic?
I don't know, phones,
teenagers and phones or something, and they told the dangers of doing that. But nowadays we find a lot of teenagers being on phone up to very late. They are up, they're not studying, but they're just catching up on what is happening around the world, using very many types of platforms. Do you think that is safe?
Okay, it also depends, like, you remember, like, okay, how do I start this? It depends on the teenager. It depends on how their behavior is and how their personality is. For me, on my friends, I cannot catch up because I know some certain times people get bored. People get bored. You can't tell me you'll have your phone all the time and then you'll be just scrolling and you'll be interesting. People do get bored. And that is what I'm grateful of, like using the gadget, because it reaches a point where I'm bored and I just have to study. So I have different types of friends. I have friends outside the country. I have friends in Kenya. I have friends all over the places, and we have time zones. So what comes?
Different time zones.
Yeah, different time zones. So it reaches a point where everyone is in school, everyone is studying. And then you want to ask yourself, you want to tell me that you will be going to disturb those people? Why?
I think, that is true, but I also think it depends on the kind of people or friends that you are surrounding yourself with. Because if you have friends who are always on social media trying to catch up with what is happening and entertaining themselves on social media, then you always find them online. But if you have friends like you, as you're saying, that you are studying towards, now you're studying towards college, and you have exams that you have to do to get to college, then your friends are all focusing on.
Yeah. So one example, it just depends on the time. Like, you won't go this. Okay, my friends in the UK go with their phones to school. They get to engage every time. But now, we are like left with the others who are younger. I have friends who are like 1 year younger, have pressure of getting into the school, and there are ones who are candidates right now and also pressured. So the pressure is so high that you think about social media and you think about catching up, and you're like, no. And then it's also about the people who you follow.
Yep. Tell me about that.
Yeah. It's also about the people who you follow. So different type of personalities, and that is why it's again important to know like who you are on the internet. So for me, the people I follow I'm usually I put myself to this type of content of being aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
So I try as very much as to be aesthetic, and to be being aesthetic means like being well off, being clean, which I still have a problem with, but I am trying. I am trying.
Okay, I'm not saying I'm not disputing that.
Reading books. So
yeah, you like reading books a lot.
I like reading books.
You know that time we almost chased from the Carrefour because you open a book and you're reading it to from the shelf. Okay. That was supermarket. You have been arrested.
I was just seeing it.
No, you said you opened the first page and you're almost like reading. If I had not even stopped you, I think you would have just sat down and read it from there.
Okay. So I try to be aesthetic. I read a lot of books. Hard-covered books. I wish I had hard-covered books, but then hard-covered books are very expensive and books online are very cheap.
Mm-hmm.
So what regulates me with social media and social media a lot is also books, because I love reading.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you can be seeing me laughing and smiling and I'm not even on social media, I'm just reading. Yeah, that's also another thing for me. So it's all about who you follow, and I follow athletes. Athletes are always busy. You won't tell me that even the stuff they post, it's all about running.
Mm-hmm.
They do vlogs and it's all about running.
Yeah.
Everything they do is what about they tell you. And right now I'm a candidate.
Yeah.
I have like a few months to get into college, and the pressure is so high. So I have to check all those YouTube channels and everything. And apart from that, HPV, I listen to important women who will help me.
Yeah.
So it's my algorithm is based on all that stuff. And then you'll find a teenager who's just on the internet because, oh my God.
It's a thing.
People have internet. No, yeah. Someone was bought for a phone the other day. I have friends who just got into Form 1 and they were bought for a phone in closet. And someone has been given a phone, no information, no nothing, no restrictions, no nothing. Okay, restrictions sometimes will make the child curious, yes, but sometimes it's just important to put restrictions. So you look at that type of child and then like, oh my God, people on the internet, what are they posting? What are they? So those are types of children who will go for the clout chasers because they do not have any information on what they want to do.
Oh, so it's clout chasers. So they don't have a goal in their life.
They do not have a goal.
Yeah.
So the internet is about how much knowledge you give your child, and okay, as you said before, I am internet. What do you call it? Internet wise. Yeah. So it's about all the restrictions and everything. I've seen the other day. So like people I follow Caroline Toko, Winnie Wadera, Kit Carey. I follow this girl Masai Russell, the one I was telling you about, who goes to Kentucky.
Yeah.
I love that girl. I follow her everywhere on TikTok, everything. I just like what she puts out. So what I portray to put out on the internet is what goes on with my life. So I study, I do HPV, I read. Those are the stuff I post. But now, how safe are we when it comes to men outside? You post sometimes as women and as ladies, and as girls.
As a girl, actually.
Yeah, as a girl, we tend to dress up on how you want to. So sometimes you just feel like taking pictures. How safe are we that men won't come and tell you look very sexy, of which most of the time they are.
In your inbox.
They are very. You are fine 21 men, you're sexy. Hi. Hey, beautiful. You're 34, you're 40 something. I am only 15 years old.
Now,
what is your business with me?
I think some people usually believe that, some men actually believe that when you post, when you dress up and you post a photo, or even if you not dress up and you probably just have a shot, like maybe you have a shot today. Today you are putting a shot and then you take a photo. They will tend to think that you are posting it for them. Yet it's just the way for us ladies, we dress up the way we feel. We feel like we want to feel nice, we dress up according to that feeling. We feel emotional because that feelings. When you're peas and your crumbs and you're feeling so lousy, that's when you feel like, so long as I'm not naked, go. And then when you feel confident also, you want to feel like, wow.
Yeah.
So it's not usually dressing up for your men. It's just we dress up according to how we feel. Though there's some people who dress up to entice men, but it doesn't mean that everybody does that.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question, Stacey. Have you ever interacted with celebs?
Yeah.
Like
okay,
through digital environment. Have you ever said hi, asked for help or engagement?
I've said hi. I've contacted some. I've tagged some photos. Not all of them like reply. I met Kit Curry the other day in Nairobi when I was going for my exams.
Yeah, how was that feeling?
It was lovely. It was lovely, and she told me even how she fears TikTok. She was like, "Oh my God, me I can't use it. Me I fear TikTok. I only use it for 1 hour. After that, I leave it alone." I was like, "It's all about your algorithm and what you search." So, for people who don't know TikTok as much, they just go online and then you just those stuff pop up. TikTok is basically you get into TikTok and you're, oh my God, what is happening?
I was shocked. Because I got to and people are abusing each other, and then some people are doing so. I was introduced to this algorithm of people posting stuff in the middle of the night and they are very outlet. So this really happens.
I remember when you were telling me that, and I was like, what are you searching on TikTok? And you're like, it appears there, it is there. And I'm like, oh my God.
I know you told me that is my algorithm. Is that, but this is for me. When I'm told, it was out of curiosity.
Yeah.
That is one, and second is also that I want to know what is happening around me because I'm a psychologist. So sometimes I get cases and they are related to what they watch on TikTok or what is happening. So I have to find out. For us psychologists, you have to find. You have to be involved.
Everything.
Yes, you have to be involved with everything around you. So that when you have a client that you're dealing with, you don't become judgmental. You understand what is happening around the world through internet. So that when imagine if I say TikTok is really bad for me, I don't want to watch this algorithm, and then I find a younger like you coming to me and having issues with TikTok. How am I going to help you? So you see, I have to understand where you're coming from, and for me to understand where you're coming from, I have to read books, and I have to read online, and I have to just to do this kind of stuff.
So it's all about your algorithms. I'm supposed to meet Winnie Wadera tomorrow.
Winnie Wadera, she's also a vibe.
She's a nice woman.
So on Facebook, whom do you follow?
So on Facebook, I have Caroline Toko, Adele Onyango. I have Janet Mbugua, and then I have Winnie Wadera.
Janet Mbugua is the one who introduced you to rice.
Yeah. The rice application was a very nice one. I qualified for the final.
You qualified?
I qualified, but I didn't get into the procedure where they pick the top 3. So it's but I made a lot of friends. I made a lot of friends.
So wait for next year. Next year still get.
Year.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah. The next year I'm not planning. This year I was reading a lot, and I didn't have a lot of information. So I feel like the one for next year will be a lot more different, and it will be more self-reliance and everything. And I also thank that Rise because it made me have data.
Actually, Rise Foundation. If you go to Janet Mbugwa's page, you'll find it. If you have a child who's 15 years old and above, right? Yeah, you can.
15 to 18, I think.
15 to 18, you can introduce them to Rise Foundation, and they get to understand what's happening. So you're meeting with Winnie Wadera.
Yeah. I think it's going to be like a call or something, but not physical meet because her schedule is very tight, and I respect that because I also have a schedule that is
really tight. Yeah, I like that. So do you think that wait first? I know TikTok. Whom do you follow?
On TikTok now, the people I follow on Instagram and the people I follow on TikTok. I follow, there's this girl called Yomurai. She is a Zimbabwean, and she has a lot of content concerning like her university life and how she got there and everything. And like I told you, I'm under pressure to like get into university, so all my algorithm is around that. I follow Masai Russell on Instagram and TikTok because her content is just nice, and she's a runner, and I admire how she is. And there's this girl called Joy. Now for Joy, I follow her because first of all, she's very down to earth, and she brings in stories. She brings in stories on what she did when she was a child, all her drama.
Yeah.
And I've also had drama, so I usually compare to that, and I'm like, oh my god! At some point,
it's
normal. It's normal.
Yeah, it's normal.
So at some point I was asking myself, oh my god, am I not normal? And then I just found her, and I'm like, oh my god, this is very normal.
Yeah,
everyone has this.
Yeah,
drama.
this age you do with this stuff that you even as when I look back, I'm like, what the hell was I doing?
What the hell are you doing? That's exactly she usually says. She's like, oh my god, what was I thinking?
So it helps you knowing how the world is at your age. Yeah. Who else do you follow?
And then there's this girl called Deb Smackle. So she gives her content is basically created on girl stuff. How you handle your reproduction part and everything. And I love her because she's very free to earth, and she's a nice girl.
She's a nice girl.
Yeah.
So on dances, where will you get your best dance moves?
I remember.
I know you don't know how to dance.
It's not that I don't know how to dance. I just don't know how to dance around people.
Okay.
Yeah, I just don't know how to dance around people. Anyway, but I know how to dance. Yeah. So anyway, how you remember when I was going through my BTS phase and everything?
BTS phase.
I
used to hate that thing.
Okay, now I listen to it at a million rate, but at that point was just I was obsessed.
Yeah.
But I have it's like a K-pop and everything. That's why I get my clothes and stuff. Yeah.
So whom do you follow on Instagram? Oh, you say the same people you followed. Yeah. And what about on YouTube?
YouTube, I have Kit Curry, Deb Smackle, Masai Russell, and Yemurai. All of them. Like the people I follow on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube and TikTok are just aligned together.
Now that's your algorithm.
Yeah.
That's your algorithm. So teenagers at your age, what do you think they're following? Are you feeling like do you usually feel like you're missing out on following what everybody else is following?
So okay, like I said again, it also depends on your friends. Actually, what I've realized that like teenagehood also depends. It has a lot to deal with your friends, and I've realized that also peer pressure is not like it's not that common nowadays. Like Gen Z, peer pressure is very low because you find friends who smoke and you're like, oh my god, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
it's bad.
Actually, but it's so funny because I actually in our age we never used to discuss politics, but in this generation
we discuss politics a lot.
And then like you're feeling discussed, and I'm like, these people should not be discussing this. Yeah, the generation is really coming out in a very different way, making your own decisions as much as it is dangerous, but out of you are making your own decisions. We're
making our own decisions. We are bold to what we're doing, but it also depends on the type of friends you have. My friends, me and my friends, basically, what I put myself in the internet, I said people who help me, my friends. Full stop. That is why I restricted myself. So you find that my following list has all my friends and people who my friends follow, and then a minimum of celebrities. Because honestly, following those people sometimes it's just for entertainment. But after entertainment, what?
That's it. So let me ask you about the celebrities that you follow. Do you think they are responsible for your behavior?
No.
So they should not be your mentors.
Unless just that. The celebrities who you follow online, right?
Yeah.
A lot of them are very crazy people.
Yeah.
I usually hear you laugh at them, but do you behave like them?
No, I don't.
That's the same thing with us. We watch them, we look at them, and we're like, oh my god, people do act like this. We're like, oh no.
I think it also depends on personality, because I know most of celebrities who are on entertainment and who would chase clouds. No matter how crazy it is, they don't care whether they're seen naked or they start a scandal. Most of them have different personality. Most of them are sanguines, and sanguines are people who do not care what happens, and as long as it gives them attention, then they're good to go.
Okay, so now what happens to me is like when I compare myself with other teenagers. Okay, I've restricted to myself to such a small, what do you call it? Such a small circle that does not involve other things around. And I think that's one of the best things that usually helped me online. My circle is small. My friends are people who evolve down the circles, and there are people who understand them.
Mm-hmm.
So even my friends will find me following like a celebrity who's chasing clout and everything, and they'll be like, "What is wrong with you?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you following this person?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we usually we share everything.
Yeah, you keep yourself on tabs.
Even on the videos, you see, you see a video on TikTok and you post it on the group, and people like, if you post a video where someone is naked, someone will be like, "What is your problem? Yeah, why are you doing that?"
Mm-hmm.
So my friend circle and my circle and everything is just it's a small one, and it has important stuff. Mm-hmm. And my friends are my friends are also focused on their own stuff, and we just guide each other in everything. So mm-hmm. If you look at a place where you find like a celebrity doing something, that's where me and my friends usually go through this phase where we just look and we judge on our group, but we leave it there. We do not become part of it. We do not become
part of people who are trolling. If one of the person that you follow, your celebrity that you consider a mentor, let me just use the word mentor, and they are caught up in a scandal, would you stop following them?
I wouldn't stop following them.
You wouldn't?
Yeah, because why? I know because first of all, content. Mm-hmm. The content is very nice. So I told you I follow very few celebrities, and their content is usually very nice. Yeah. So it will be very hard for me to get out. My loyalty is like very is very strong.
Yeah.
But if they're going through such a scandal, I'll be like, if it will be like a celebrity. I really follow celebrities who are like. Uh-huh. I usually just look at them even on TikTok when I pass through it, because you'll find that these celebrities, people who do crazy stuff and people who chase clout, you'll find that they come on TikTok, they post the stuff, and worse, they tag FYP.
What is that?
For you page. For you page.
What does that mean?
Hashtag FYP for you page. So it means like any video it will pop up on you. It will pop up on your TikTok. That is how they pop up. Wow. That is why when you open the TikTok for the first time and you do not have an account, it just pops up.
For your page. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it happens like that on Dad's TikTok lots of times. Dad does not have an account on TikTok. He just has a TikTok because the app is there. So every time he pops up, something pops up, and it's like, oh my God. Mm-hmm. Because they tag for you page. I'm like, oh my God, why couldn't you just keep this thing to yourself?
Oh, so they tag that everybody can see, so they can pop. I think it's because they want likes and followers and get paid. Yeah. Oh, okay. Fine. So you said you cannot stop following a celeb because they're caught up in a scandal. Mm-hmm. And I think it's also dependent on the scandal, because if it's somebody you are more of a philosopher. Mm-hmm. Somehow. I'm not philosopher. You're always philosophical. Anyway, so let's say, for example, you say something that it does not. It's a celebrity who does not chase clout, but talks about reality, and sometimes we do not like reality check. So when a celeb post something that is a reality, and the other part of the crowd like, no, you're supposed to be doing that. Okay, so is that scandal?
That is not. According to me, that is not a scandal. That is just people being petty.
Okay.
And a lot of times actually with the type of celebrities I follow and the type of content creators that I follow, most of the time it's pettiness and not scandals. The celebs I follow, it's very hard to find them, like,
that's scandalous situation. Yeah.
This girl, Candy Christine, on TikTok. She's usually very, she just there. She dances and she does it. Like, she dances and she does it for money. She does it for work. So all her dances are usually like on like teaching and everything, and how she does her makeup and everything, how she dresses up. And you know what? She has friends who are also clout chasers, like those who do stuff for Nene. And one of the times where she was asked, are you involved in that? And she was like, oh, that is not my business, and I'm not talking about it. So most people usually find it very hard to understand her because she does not have she does not have scandals, and she's around those people.
That's true. That's very true. Like, see, I say what I said before, that most of the entertainers are cloud chasers because of their sanguine personality. But at the other flip, there are those who are not. They're not sanguines.
Yeah.
If you look at people like, I used to follow Wambosha. Is it Wambosha? Wambosha, because of Kinsey. Kinsey used to follow her a lot. I follow her because of Kinsey. Then there's Kate Catress. Kate actress. There is this other one for this other lady. She's called who? Can't remember her name, but they are celebrities that you wouldn't find them in a scandalous situation. They are there, but they are silent. Actually, it's so hard even for you to see them popping up everywhere, and they've really kept together. So I think for me, like you said before, it depends on the parent to direct their children on what to follow on Facebook and all that. Anyway, without wasting more time, we really wasted. So we really have to go. But as we continue celebrating the Day of an African Child, it's not a one-day thing. Something that we usually will be continue talking about is that you can be able to see on how we are. We can put our children, so that they don't get out of hand. So until next time, it's bye.